leads by 43. The good news is Dede is at least working on a strike.
We're on a synthetic surface this week. The lanes were oiled 23 feet, buffed to 35. Quite a bit of heavy oil, though, in the center of the lane, like I mentioned before. Dede really must have this strike here for the double.
Good speed, solid 6. You know, it's interesting. You mentioned the right-handed players, there's a lot of oil in the middle. When I talked to Dede, she said if she set it short, or if she got it going right at all of her target, she was high or going Brooklyn. So it's almost like she's got the opposite reaction that the righties have. Had to keep up her ball speed, she said, and make sure that she projected the ball left of target.
That's right, and she said there was also that OB out of bounds left, so she couldn't project it too far left. She said, last night I felt like I was bowling in a tunnel.
Must have bowled awfully well to qualify this high.
Well, there's a lot of left-handers out here that do stroke the ball more, and you know, other players similar game to Dede's, maybe Tish Johnson, can really rev it up.
Thank you.
I mentioned if it goes right of target, it's a Brooklyn. And that's what Dede said. We'll come back and find out if she can find the other side of the head pin when we return. Leading by 43 in the 6th frame.
And Diana's best finish in this event, 12th. She told me she reached a new level, and I mentioned her progress this year. She said, you know, before I would make the top 24 and finish in the bottom 10, and she said, now when I make the top 24, I really think I can make the show. And it's really proven, because so far this year she's had a lot of 7th, 8th, 9th, you know, in the top 10 finishes.
Very strong player for her size, a very fit player out here on the national tour.
Very much into nutrition, again, working out. See there, the average versus 93 average versus 92.
Double here puts her in excellent position to move on to the title match. Got a little bit wide. 2-4-5 is the result of that shot.
This could be a tough spare. She knew it the minute she let go of this shot, too. Inside target, not getting the ball out, not out to the dry enough. She's saying, come on, but it didn't work.
Hooking it at the 2-4-5 instead of going a little straighter, and she got the job done.
Not too many women, as opposed to the men, Denny, that really do change hand positions as such as the men, you know, shooting spares. It's a little more difficult for the women because they don't have the physical strength. There are a few that do, but I would say the majority really don't. They really do hook into most of the spares.
Ball hooked early and went right. More trouble for Dede Davidson.
And we'll try to figure out how to make this. She would like to put the ball right between the 2 and the 7. The ball coming out and trying to take out the 8. And unfortunately for Dede, that's not exactly where she put the ball.
Chairman of Faball Enterprises, a great friend to the sport of bowling, especially the ladies tour, Earl Widman on hand, and he'll be presenting the trophy, I believe, here this evening to the winner. And just over his right shoulder, one of the greats of all time, Robin Romeo,
who is on the Hammer Pro staff. And I want to mention Dennis Baldwin and their staff. Kurt Bazzano, what a wonderful job he did all week for the players.
Outstanding. Pro-Am was well over 1,000. Dede Davidson made a quality shot, got a nice result, and says, I knew it had it in me. Unfortunately, it might be too little too late.
Right now, Dede has a possible 194, but Diana Teeters, without another double and to continue to spare, she would shoot 2 teams.
With an easy victory. Sandra Jo Shirey standing in the #1 position. Another great shot by Diana Teeters. Leila mentioned the general manager here at Country Club Lanes, Kurt Pizzano, who is, of course, one of the sons of PBA Hall of Famer Chuck Pisano. Kurt has done just a wonderful job here at Country Club Lanes.
Great
Good bowler in his own right.
Yes.
I think Chuck told me all the boys have 300 games.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know if they're all better than Dad was, though, in his prime. I think I'll go with the old guy.
You're going to take Dad.
I'm going to go with the seasoned veteran Chuck.
That's just because he's such a good friend of yours.
Another nice shot. Diana Teeters wrapping up the semifinal match. Not as close as we might have thought. As Dede Davidson struggled from the very first frame when she opened.
Dede Davidson will be looking forward to going to Samstown as we wrap up the fall tour. She has 2 of the 3 events that are considered the Triple Crown on the ladies tour. She, as you mentioned, is the reigning U.S. Open champion. Plus, she has the 1991 U.S. Queens title. So, going into Samstown, she's looking for the Triple Crown.
The only 2 other players to win the Triple Crown, Donna Adamek and Wendy McPherson.
And by the way, she just said, I would like to say hi to Mom and Dad. And she told me it's Dad's birthday, too. It's his 60th birthday, and she wanted me to wish him a happy birthday.
Also representing Hammer, Hal Brindle. We've got all the troops out here this evening. Terrific ball company, and they also make all sorts of other accessories, but they have throughout the years really supported the Ladies Pro Bowlers Tour.
Yes, they have. I can vouch for that.
Well, I hope Dad has a happy birthday, but this is kind of a night to forget as far as Dede is concerned. Make the spare, get the strike, and head to Three Rivers, to Pittsburgh. You mentioned the man who invented the Velvet Hammer.
That was quick.
It's not a new bowling ball, folks.
It's
a special concoction that he serves here at Country Club Lanes.
Let's wheel this one.
Good thing is for Dede, I'll tell you what, win or lose, she always has a good time. She's not life and death to this young lady, which is, I think, a great asset to her, and I think that's why she's been successful.
That's true. You really have to have the proper frame of mind to be able to bounce back week after week and have a great outlet.
And that's a disappointing performance for her, but the next time she makes a telecast, she's liable to go out and shoot 240 and win. She's that kind of a player. Diana Teeters, at this point, practicing for the championship match because she's already wrapped up a victory. And from the looks of that strike, Sandra Joe had better tie the shoelaces nice and tight. This is going to be a rough ride in the title match.